What up, YouTube? It's your boy JJ from Genuine Dream, and today we're telling you guys a story. Okay, so this story starts out with a cat eye single cab Silverado. Um, that thing was, to say the least, a complete vehicle. I initially wanted a trim level called the Regency or a Joe Gibbs edition, but at the time, those were beyond my reach as I couldn't afford them. So I figured I'd build my own. So I hopped on I want to say either Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. I'm not sure. It's been a long time, and I found something that would entertain my needs. So at the time, I had a part time at a wrecking yard. To say the least, it was easy for me to get parts, let alone a Silverado. They were there left and right. The first thing to come out was the interior. The seats were bad. Um, I mean, you can imagine, for $3,000, because that's what I paid for it at the time, what you're getting. So I completely gutted the interior. I took out the engine. At the yard, I sourced an LS2 and a T56, threw that in there. Uh, really clean interior, threw that in there. And then I also decided that I wanted to give it a color change. Well, I don't know about you guys, but for me, all body men, if not most, are liars. They promise you a time and they break that promise. So, going back to, my body man experience. So I sourced one that, would be flexible with my needs, I guess. And because I told them basically that I wanted to paint the engine bay, and then I wanted it back to pop the engine back in between to see if everything was going to work properly. So he was flexible with my requests for the most part. I was happy with his work. I was really happy with his work because I mean, you looked at this thing and I mean that thing was immaculate. Like, you thought the paint job was factory, even though it wasn't. Like, the videos and the pictures do not do this thing any justice. The job was well done and very, very clean, like, to say the least. This guy loved doing what he did. Okay, so phase two of my projects was another Silverado, and I looked at it one day when it came into the yard, and I was like, I could fix that. So I think at the time I got this truck for $1,000 from the yard, so it was a deal. And all I did was replace everything that was smashed, basically. Um, but again, it was totally worth it. I mean, this one I didn't dive deep as much as the red one, but I think it's really hard to find a body man that can keep his promise as far as dates go, because I couldn't find the guy that painted the red one, but I ended up taking this one to a different guy, and he did a botch job. Like, it was just, I don't know. And it's not like I paid $500, to get this thing painted. But they gave me, at least he kept his promise on the date though. I went, looked at it, and when I popped the hood open, there was overspray all over the place. Like, some of the panels weren't even painted on the inside, on the underside. So I mean, I did call him out on it, and he did fix it. I mean, it's not like he charged me anything, but I'm like, you shouldn't have to do that. If you're doing it right, just do it right. Um, but yeah, and then from there, I thought I was done, but I was on Facebook Marketplace again, and I stumbled across another single cab. Well, this one was a V6 with a blown engine, and I looked at it and I'm like, you know what? Let's go. I'm gonna go check it out. Like, worst case scenario is I don't get anything. So I go, and the owner tells me that the engine's blown. Well, he turns it on, and it turns on perfectly fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with this thing. So he's like, I don't know what's wrong. He's like, but something's wrong. Um, so I got it for like $1,500. Um, I guess that was back then when you could get deals, because now everything's really expensive. Um, so I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm gonna pull it out anyway and swap it. So I did my thing, sourced everything again, and got it going. This one didn't need a paint job, so that was all good. That was the end of the truck thing for me, though. Feel like I needed to move on. From there, I stumbled into my first JDM vehicle. I mean, most guys hate on these cars, but hey. So I got an Infiniti G35, a sedan. It had it was smashed up front, but when I took it apart, the frame rails weren't touched. So I was like, you know what, it's a keeper. Um, I sourced all the parts there at the yard, swapped it out, took it to another guy to go get painted. He told me it was going to be done in a few weeks. Like 8 months later, it was done. The whole car got painted instead of just the front end. But besides the point, I mean, if you're gonna be done in 2 weeks, 2 weeks. But I mean, I don't care. Just be upfront. 3 months, 4 months. That way, I'm not like, hey, dude, you know what's going on. Um, but yeah, after it was all said and done, um, we then stumbled across an '05 Subaru STI. This thing was interesting, to say the least. Well, when I looked at it, I got a deal on it, but when I did look at it, it was missing the front clip. They left the windows rolled down, so the interior was messed up. There was like rodents in there. There was holes in the seats, like, so it just it needed to be replaced. So here in my hometown, we don't have many Subarus, let alone wrecked ones in yards. So for that one, I had to go to LA, get a JDM front clip, a JDM full interior. Uh, they were pretty pricey, I think, even for the time. But I mean, I was already in, so I I got everything and put it together. Well, putting it together, um, I decided that I was going to take a leap of faith and get my dream car. So then I decided to sell it to my buddy because he wanted it. So, uh, shout out to Frank the Tank if you're out there watching. Yeah, he took possession of the car. We decided that he was going to paint it. We took it to another body man, and this guy found on the rear right quarter panel there was a massive amount of Bondo, which pointed out that it was in an accident somewhere in the past. So I replaced the panel. They painted the entire car, and the car wasn't even done when he calls me and he's like, "Hey man, I need you to come pick up the car." Well, I was like, "Great, are you done?" And he's like, "No, I need space here in my shop, so I need you to come pick it up." And that didn't sit right. Like, I'm like, how are you gonna have somebody pick up their vehicle when you're not finished? So And then to add the icing on the cake is he wanted me to pay him. So I'm like, well, I can't pay you if you haven't finished it. And he said, well, I need you to take it because I need the space, but if you can leave me a deposit of some kind, then, we'd be good. So we agreed on a deposit and that he would call back once he cleared his shop so that he could finish the car. Um, but, upon talking to this with my buddy, he was just like, you know what? I don't want him just touching the car anymore. When he gave it to us, he gave it to us with none of the electrical working. Um, he left. He also left the windows rolled down, so the interior was ruined. So that's all things. Those are all things that I had to do again. So I took apart the interior, to have it cleaned. I took apart the car to identify the electrical problem, which I ended up fixing. And after all was said and done, he didn't reach out or anything. I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day, right? Lesson learned. But yeah. Now in the car, she sits right for the most part. She's still going. Um, so from that experience, I promised myself that I would never get another Subaru because of how expensive everything was. Well, guess what? Your boy has a Subaru. Um, I ended up buying a '05 Forester XT. Um, it's basically STI swapped. It's got a 6-speed, the whole full STI suspension from a GD chassis, Forester interior, Forester bumpers, the whole thing. Aside from it being left-hand drive, it's literally a Forester STI, and I love the fucking thing. Like, I always loved the GD chassis, so it's my daily now, and what else can you say, right? It's a grocery getter. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my little story. Um, as of right now, I have a few cars in mind that that we're gonna make content for. Uh, the '05 STI being one of them. There's a 2020 STI that you guys have already seen on the channel. The Subaru for the Forester, and then I have an R33 GTR that's just been sitting, waiting her turn as well. So, but yeah, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see. I'm open. I'm all ears. If I suck, tell me that too. Like, hey man, you need to fucking get a life. But yeah. We'll just leave it at that. And to the next one. Peace.